Good morning, beautiful ladies, wonderful gentlemen. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever it is, good day. Bottom line is, we have a nice little topic. This is a topic that I like to stay focused on because this is a topic that we need to stay focused on because a lot of us got everything like twisted. What's up, folks? How was your evening? Did you eat some breakfast? Hopefully, get you some nutrients in your body. Drink you some water, drink some juice. I'm telling you, I'm saying, did you do all that? And I ain't do none of the above. Had me a couple of noodles, a cup of sodium. What it do, folks? I hope that you are really in a good mind state right now because as I really go into this conversation, I want you to open up your mind. Open your mind. Focus your mind. Because I don't want you to think with the naive side of your brain. I want you to understand where I'm going with this. Because we speak things into reality and then we neglect the things that we need in the reality to keep everything smooth. And what we talk about the strong woman versus the strong family. Let me ask you, play it as if you are 10 years of age. I want all your adults to act as if you are 10 years of age. Do you want to have a strong mother or would you like to have a strong family? When you're looking at TV at the age of 5, do you want to have a strong mother or would you like to have a strong family? See, we getting everything twisted. We really are playing the game of lopsidedness, one-sidedness. We playing it like it's just one side of the equation. That baby could not been born without the semen, and therefore it needs a family structure. It don't need a strong woman, and any woman who's teaching that really needs to reevaluate her mindset. Focus your mind. Focus your mind. Focus your mind. Listen, folks, if you are focusing on one side of the equation, you don't have the right number. It takes two. Stop with the strong woman dialogue. We need strong families. We need to speak the right speaking so we can hear the right words, so we can move the right thoughts. I want to hear more men make it and they say, I had a strong family. I did this for my family, but I did it for my mom. She was a single mother. Yo, that is disgusting. Y'all praise that shit? How many people think that's cool? And we ain't talking about, well, if the father, I ain't talking about what if. I'm talking about how many people truly think that's cool. How many people think that that is okay? That we have generations of generations of generations who's constantly saying, I grew up in a single mother household. I grew up in a single family household. Yo, isn't that tiring? But we keep promoting it and we keep pushing it as long as we're not talking about family structure and family values and family love. If we're not talking about that, we are talking about the destruction of mankind. We talk about devaluating our human greatness. What makes humans great, what makes humans greater than many other species is that we actually have a family structure, it's a code. Most animals don't truly live by that family structure code. Mommy, daddy constantly take care of the children. Human beings are the one species that truly comprehend that and should understand it and move that way. That's what makes us unique. I was watching on YouTube this man, he made a little bird nest, and this bird, she actually went in the nest and had the babies. And then when she had the babies, He was videotaping the whole thing, day one, day two. And so, she had the babies. And then next thing you know, the babies hatched. And then here come plopping up in there another bird. It was a male bird. And he come in there, bring food, leave out. Come in, bring food, leave out. Come in there, bring food, leave out. And it was watching each day. You see this male bird being part of the children's lives. Then the birds getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's like, whoa, I really watched them grow. I'm sitting there watching on YouTube. We need that family structure. So stop discombobulating the human form by focusing on you and thinking that you got to build yourself up and to make yourself more powerful than a family. What makes you more important than a family? What makes you think the world's supposed to revolve around you instead of the family? So if once we can stop promoting certain things and start implementing the right thing, then we can really live the right way. And the right way is a family structure if you have children. The right way is the family structure if you have children. Singles for single. When you have children, single is out the door. And we must understand that. So there's many folks that really want power. They don't really want infrastructures. They just want power. They try and figure out a way that they can seek and get riches. They're not really looking for building a family structure so that they can stop the violence and we can save the children and we can have a better lifestyle. They just looking for how I can get up. I wonder what that conversation was when that person met Umar. I see people want to do a women protective network or some shit like that. Protect yourself against who? Because it appears that you're your own worst enemies. And as long as technology is here, you become as vain as possible. Where are we at? Where are we at? Women having babies alone and not able to take the stress of it and leaving babies on steps. This baby that's in the avatar, someone texted me this morning and told me to repost this because this baby was left on someone's step. But it's so weird because I already scheduled my live and then they sent me this early this morning. I was like, wow, I guess I must really do this live. How many babies was abandoned in like the last 100 years? How many children do you think was abandoned in the last 100 years by your women? So when you say make them strong, strong is not to be strong against like man. Strong has to be strong against this devil. If you're not making them strong enough to battle the devil, you're not becoming strong at all. There's a demonic entity that you must become strong from, that you must resist, that you must fight. Don't think that your battle is against man, your brother, your cousin, your uncle, your husband. It's not against man, it's against this demonic entity. And if you're not becoming strong enough to fight that, you definitely need protection. You need a man to cover you. So don't think that having a baby, having another baby, and being a single parent is cool. Stop it. Stop talking that talk. Stop speaking into existence. Stop being that. Because that's the destruction of our kind. Single parenting. Single parenting is the worst thing that we can ever do to ourselves because single parenting opens up the doors for us to be infested with toxic behavior and toxic people. There's no protection. Protection comes from unseen powerful forces. have minds of children, lean into the right courses. Ladies and gentlemen, we must get our minds right. A man must be protected, and he's protected from by his, with his wife, with his woman. And a woman's protected because she's covered with the veil of her man. And that gives double the protection for the children. And not just double the protection, but double the discipline. See? Double the discipline. When you're just one parent disciplining, after a while, that child becomes immune to your discipline, especially if you're not a real disciplinary type of person. If you a softy, that child becomes immune to your discipline, and then that child learns how to manipulate your discipline and take away your power. But when you have backup plan, here come daddy, they go a new set of fear back into that child's heart. I'm calling your father. You hear the car pull up. Oh shit, dad's here. That's a different type of fear factor. And that's what we need to save our children, to save our communities, to save these daughters from themselves. They need fathers. But no, we're going to keep constantly preach and minister to one another. We need strong black women. We need strong black women. We need smart black women. Or should we need smart women? Take away black. We need smart women. Smart enough to be able to decipher what's demonic and what's not. Because we have to stop bringing these demon babies into this world. And that's the only way we can stop that is by building more families. This all comes from because, one, I've been watching some stuff with this pastor, but two, I'm looking at these women and how they trying to gain some type of power as commentators. But if they're not talking about families and building family structure and building communities, they are moving in the Jezebel spirit. And too many of us is moving in Jezebel spirits because we truly believe that, should I say, too many women's moving Jezebel spirits because they truly believe that they have to do it all. They've been trained and conditioned that it's up to them. Because most people come from broken homes. I want to have a live with all people who grew up with both their parents. I want to have a panel discussion with at least like 10 people who grew up with both their parents their entire lives. So that those people who really didn't grow up their parents can really understand and hear and see a difference. Because upbringing is very important. If you grew up with your grandmother and your grandmother was never around and you just ran the show and you was already off on the races at 17 on your own and you was mature, doing what you want to do with no discipline, most likely you were a single parent. Back in the days when I in Queens, New York, from where I'm from, there was a church right down the block from me. And this church used to have weddings every week. Every week was a wedding. When I was growing up, I used to see so many people getting married, yo. Now, that same church, I don't see it. We'd be lucky to see a wedding take place 2 times a year. I want you, all you folks who go to church, ask your pastor, what's the weddings looking like? What's the statistics of weddings nowadays? He doing a lot of weddings or he doing more funerals? Are we preaching at weddings or are we preaching at funerals? And that's because we need more strong families. Who I'm talking about? I'm talking about all the women who want to speak about strong women, but they not speak about strong family structure. I'm speaking about all the women who's moving in the Jezebel mind state. I'm talking about every single soul who's not focusing on building some form of family structure. I'm single. I'm looking to build a family structure. I don't have no time for Jezebel chicks. I don't have no time for no club chicks. I don't have no time for no stripping hoes. And that's what we need our women to be more focused on, building a infrastructure and allowing it to happen. Stop resisting. Stop fighting. When you lay down with a man, you produce a baby, hey, that might be the one that you should be with. You laid with him, you opened your legs to him, you gave him the baby. So I'm talking to everybody who's hurting this community, hurting this whole infrastructure. I'm talking about this world, because what's hurting this world is single parenting. Why is my vision's hurting? Disdain for broken flames applied to the one that stayed and not the one that walked away. Explain that. I don't know about who walked away. I don't know about who stayed, because I'm only talking about one thing. I'm talking about we got to stop promoting and pushing and speaking on the fact of single parenting. We got to stop saying single mother. We got to stop focusing on being a single mother. And we have to start focusing on being a strong family. Now, whoever walked away, that's all because there's a problem that need to be resolved. And we have to figure out how to become therapists to one another so we can resolve the problem so it's no one walking away. See, we focusing on, we so focused on end results as opposed to focusing on not making that end result exist. Why is it that most relationships, people walking away from relationships? Because we don't know how to be in relationships. We don't know how to have relationships. What we do know how to do is lust, but we don't know how to have relationships. So therefore, we walk away. I don't know who's walking away, but whoever's walking away is because they must not really have the patience and time for whatever they involve themselves with. And that means that therapy is really needed. We must stop the walking away. We must handle the situations. But it's kind of hard to handle situations with individuals who embracing the the Jezebel spirit, toxic spirit, and embracing Satan. See, I'm always use Satan in my dialogue because I got called out for what it is. So we must stop embracing Satan. He said that's bullshit, Don, because you can correlate bad outcomes to single households does not mean that the single household is the cause of bad outcomes. Correlation is not. Dre. What? Why people always question your mentor? Why do everybody always want to question me? Because you got you can only really do that with people that you know is making sense. You know what I'm saying? Those who don't make sense, you don't need to bother with it. So they want to. This section became a debatable section. So everybody wanted to debate. It's everybody. Instead of debating, they should listen because you're speaking about family. Yeah, they don't. They just want to debate because they want to make themselves heard, so they can start making a conscience. You know what I'm saying? People do things just to build a content or build their own channels or whatever like that. But they really should just listen because I know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, yeah, I'm talking about families because I could care less about who's walking away. I only want to focus on how we going to make them stay. And the only way you can make them stay is if you want a family. If you just want some dick, if you just want some coochie, then that's what it is.
Right.
But if you want something more, then you have to learn how to make it happen.
They shouldn't listen to you, not question you.
They need to learn how to make things happen more in a different manner. It's like maximize on bettering yourselves, and then you won't have people walking away. See, I'm the type of person who will push you away because I look at, like I say, if I don't think that your heart is right, I'd rather push you away. And it's easy to push people away when their heart's not right. You know what I'm saying? They go. But when you have a person when you testing the person, if they right, they won't disappear that easy. Then you know they're good for you in your mission. But no, we don't keep people around that's not really wanted. You know what I'm saying? We don't keep demons around. We mess up here and there. Trust me, we mess up. We know that. But we have to know when we do mess up how we can fix it when it's a fixable situation. Everything's not fixable, but when the situation is fixable, most people make it worse because of pride. Like I met this young lady, and you know how many times she done apologized to me for the things she done did? About 4 times. Because she's breaking out her Jezebel spirit and she knows it. Oh, I would like to apologize for what I did. I was just upset. I would like to apologize for what I did. I was stressed. I would like to apologize for what I did because I was just upset my car was breaking down. Misplaced anger. So many of us has misplaced anger, especially when it comes to finances. We just mad because we broke, and then we take that frustration on our peers and our spouse, and then we lose a relationship because people don't really have that patience to deal with it. So that's why, chat, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing bullshit about what I'm saying. It's just about the fact that single households, he said single household does not mean that the single household is the cause of bad outcomes.
Can I say something? Because I grew up in a single household.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say something?
Right.
Being a single household sucks because a parent has to be both parents. So they don't have time to watch their kids.
At all.
At all. I grew up in a single parent. I have a testimony because I grew up in a single parent. See, my mom worked 12 hours, 16 hours.
And that's going to take away from her. That's going to take away from her womanness, and now she will become an animal. If you're a woman, you working 10 to 16 hours a day.
Sometimes 24.
4 days a week, 5 days a week. You don't have no time for your family. You don't have no time for yourself, and you start losing yourself. That's why single parent is not good. Like I said, we focus on households. I'm not trying to be a therapist to fix your problem. I'm just trying to enumerate on it in regards to you need to figure out better ways to keep your situation strong as opposed to just let it be and let it disintegrate. And too many of us, especially black people, like, oh, well, fuck you, and that's that. Do you know that there's a 2-year-old in the other room?
What?
You'd be like, well, fuck, that's your son. That's your son. Like, whoa, okay. We're so evil to one another and hateful to one another that we don't know how to be loving to one another. And that's why we have single parent households, because it's so easy to be evil. Is it for each person to take care of their own responsibilities? It is for each person to take care of their own responsibilities. Well, you know, that is so true, but why do we have social service departments? You know what I'm saying? Why we have social service departments and all these agencies that help you with handling your problems? Because everyone's not equipped to do so. Why you have therapists in the world? Because everyone's not truly equipped to do so. But my point is, it is for each person to take care of their own responsibilities. Their children. I'm only talking about families. I'm talking about children. I'm talking about the mom, the pops, and the children. And that's what I'm saying. It's for each person. Yes, the mother and the father, and it's important for that woman, that man, to have some form of relationship. Stop it just with the sex and producing babies. I hate. I got paused because I used the word hate, but I'm gonna come back and say it again. I hate when folks just bring babies in this world with that all in mind. Nigga got 9 kids. This shit is annoying. Stop bringing children to the world if you're not going to be with the woman. If you're not going to be with the man, don't bring this baby. And I ain't saying abort. I'm saying just don't fuck. If you know you have no intentions of being with this man, stop it because the sex is good. It's time for infrastructure. We need family values. I'm so sick and tired of women thinking it's about them. We need a women's protective network. We need women's power programs. We need from who? You need to actually teach your women how to be women. That's the most important thing. What is the responsibilities of what fuck word responsibility? What is the true attributes of being a woman? He said there's no such thing as demon baby. Oh, you must have missed the movie Rosemary's Baby. You must have missed that. What gives you the right to sit in judgment? Because we supposed to judge. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been the word.
We're humans.
Okay. That's see. This one I'm gonna help you out. If you have your mind right and if you move in faith, you can judge those who don't. Don't get nothing twisted. Y'all better read the book a little differently with a and read between the lines. Infer. That's infer. That means read between the lines. See, the devil always taught you that, oh, you shouldn't judge. No, that allows him to move freely. Why you think the sect is popping? Because everybody was judging that nigga Omar. So just because now we talk about fucking strong families and single parenting and strong women and strong families, don't get caught up now. We judging. We need to start judging, especially if you move in a righteous manner. Once we took out judging each other, the world became chaotic. People moving pride of people moving so much pride now of doing wrong because no one's judging. Back in the days, niggas used to feel some type of way of smoking here and smoking there. They used to have respect. Now niggas just pop up and do what they want because no one's judging. Y'all be able to grow up. You're talking to a man. You're not talking to a child. You're not talking to no homo nigga. Talk to testosterone. The judging must happen now. We must those who are in position to judge me, they have the right faith and they move in the righteous manner. Start bringing it to attention to people. See nothing, say nothing. So what? So what, y'all moving with the same rules of no snitching, no judging. Oh, I know this dude done shot that person. I know he killed that little baby, but it's no snitching. Or I know that person is a satanic person, but it's no judging. That's the biggest trick of life when the devil convinces you that it doesn't exist. All right, chat. My man said, all right, those are my comments. Have a good show. Thank you. He said, "Oh, my apologies, Don. I didn't realize you just wanted to hear yourself speak."
Are they debating or are they just arguing?
Everybody want to argue with me. They come to my live to be mad at me. But they go to another nigga's live and they just be laughing at goofy shit. But I be kicking the real, and they want to be mad at me.
Because I like to debate.
I ain't here to debate. There's no debating
There's
what
no
I'm talking about.
debating.
There's no
All you
debate
have
what
is
the fuck I'm talking about.
arguments.
Yeah, they just want to argue, but it's no debating with what I'm talking about. I'm talking
Right.
about strong families as opposed to strong women. Which one do you, if you was a child growing up in the household, do you want to have a strong family for Christmas or a strong mother?
Strong family.
When you wait, if you celebrate Christmas, do you want to wake up to your brother, your sister, and your mother, or you want to wake up to your family?
Family.
Fuck wrong with y'all. Fuck wrong with y'all. Grow up. Grow up. When you watch Bill Cosby show, what you saw? You saw a family. When you watch the Partridge Family, you saw a family. When
Seven Heaven.
Seven Heaven, you see family. When you
Full
watch
House.
Full House, no, actually Full House was the father took it over.
Yeah, but he have uncles.
That's why I brought that to attention before. He had a family structure still. He had his uncles with him. Period. It was still family.
And
He
your
wasn't.
cousin,
He ended because he wasn't doing the shit by himself. So we have to understand where we at. Who the hell's calling me? No one took it. This young lady said, "Why don't you ask somebody to debate with you?" I'm like, "I don't want to debate with nobody. I already put $500 out there. No one took it. You know what I'm saying? I already said I got $500 if you want to debate with me. And no one took it." But someone just now called me in regards to a car. But they text me 4 in the morning, so about yes, I still have that car. I'm like, yo, dude, what the hell wrong with you? Why you text me 4 in the morning? They kept back and forth texting me to talk about the car. Then they called me just now. I'm like, okay, so if you text me at 4:30 in the morning, what if I say I'll be there at 5? What's the address? Would you be ready to open it and come outside at 5 o'clock in the morning? People do dumb, retarded shit. And this is what I'm trying to get us to understand. We have to stop with this. We have to really, really grow. And 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 it's important for us to do so. I'm not even trying to be here long. I'm going to do topics that's going to hurt people and it's going to really bother people because these are topics that must be spoken about. We must speak these topics. We must speak this into existence because what's hurting us is the way we're moving. We're not moving the right way. We're thinking that empowerment is important. Who are we empowering and what are we empowering them for? I sat there and listened to the panel of women, and all of them just was chomping and chomping and chomping and chomping at one another. Couldn't even make out what was being said. But the bottom line is, it's all for power, and it's not really for building. Because none of them was talking about family. So he was talking about, oh, so you trying to blame black women for all the errors of the world? Like maybe sometimes we got to take the blame for us to move forward. I think I think if black folks across the world would say, you know what, yeah, you know what, blame us for everything and let us fix it. Blame us for the world problems, let us solve them. See, I'm talking about problem solving. If we're going to be the blame for everything, cool. Let us solve it. Give us the resources, the funding, everything we need, and we will solve it. like I say, folks, sometimes we just have to embrace it. Learn to embrace things as opposed to run from because you think it's bad. If they want to blame black women for this, then say, you know what? We take the blame. We going to solve it. You want to blame us for it? We solve it. Fuck up everybody head from there. Now give me the resources I need to solve this problem that you blaming me for. But we want to waste too much time and years pointing the finger at somebody while no one's solving the problem. And then as they are solving the problem, they're not solving it with you part of the equation. They solving with you still as the problem. You understand what I'm saying? So if they're gonna blame you for it, accept it and say you will solve it. Give me all the resources I need to solve this problem that I caused. I caused this spill. Hey, I need some stuff to pick this stuff up. But as long as you trying to escape from it, then they always going to keep you as the blame. And then when they solving it, you be the last to reap benefits of what they solving for you is what and they blamed you for it. It's crazy when they blame you for something and then you the last person to get the healing. Like everybody else going to benefit off of racism.
Sexism.
Everybody else going to benefit off of everything that the civil rights movement went on. The LBGTTT ABC is going to benefit off of everything of the civil rights movement because we not accepting it and moving forward. It's time for us to accept things and move forward and reap benefits as opposed to be blamed for it and get nothing. So it's time for us to rise up with these black families. And I really say black families because we disintegrating, but it's family structure, period. Man and woman. It's about man and woman. Stop with this. Y'all, I'm trying to teach y'all women something, man. Good morning, beautiful ladies, wonderful gentlemen. Ladies, it's not about empowerment. Because who you trying to power yourself over? It's about being a mother. It's about being a woman. And that itself is empowering. Once you learn how to be a woman, you just empowered yourself. But most of you girls don't even know one thing about being a woman. Just because you got a good job don't make you don't mean that you know about being a woman. Just because you have income, just because you have money in the bank, doesn't mean you know about being a woman.
Amen.
So it's important for you to learn how to be a woman first. And then once you learn how to be a woman, then you'll watch how much power you really have. Learn your strength. Your strength is you a woman. Be it and live it and be it strong. And I guarantee you, power will come. Respect will come. But as long as you run around like ratchet whores, ratchet bitches, that's what you get. So as women, you need to start checking those ratchet whores and ratchet bitches so you can become empowered. Because who's getting all the power? The ratchet whores and the ratchet bitches. And all the queens are sitting there on the sideline like, we need power. You're really mad because the ratchet whores and ratchet bitches is getting all the power. That's what your real enemy is. The Kim Kardashians, all those China chicks and China Black and and all this and that and the chick with the pink hair. All those chicks are your real enemies because you sitting back watching them gain power, gain riches, because they mastered what they have. They mastered what they're playing with. And they master on the level of demonicness. And if you're trying to move in the world of being a good woman and you feel like you're not being recognized, you need to start checking these whores and these bitches and stop putting blame on the man. Black man rise, original rebel. Ain't nothing else for me to say on that note. I will be touching this topic every other day though, because we speaking the wrong speak. Our tongue is moving the wrong. Our tongue is speaking like a snake. Most women don't even like each other. I'm gonna say that again. Most women don't know how to get along with each other. Most women don't like each other. Most women don't like each other. How many times you as a woman said, I don't have female friends? And that's because you're not learning how to love each other and be women. So who you trying to power yourselves over? If you use a different word as opposed to like women protective network or women protection or women empowerment, and you say women movement, moving in love, oh, you have my respect. Women building families. Anything else outside that is uncivilized. My phone is dead like always. I ain't trying to be here too much longer. I just want y'all to understand that we are killing ourselves with the way we speak. We're killing ourselves with the way we think. And I'll be damned if I let these women kill me because they fucking want to kill me, crush me, get more power, and put me to the back burner. This will not be the planet of the Amazons. I'm telling you. Because we men, if we allow it, you'll sit back, you'll see. I'm gonna say that again. If we men allow women to move in an empowerment way, we doomed. So it's time as men to rise up. Black man rise, original rebel. Claim your thrones, claim your kingdoms, and put the people in place. Because as long as we're not putting them in place, they're gonna try and take places, in places where they don't belong. Get your asses back in the kitchen and start learning to cook good food, healthy food. Get off your fucking apps. Get off the Uber shit. All you strong ass fucking non-cooking women. Get off the apps. Stop with the Uber Eats and Door Dashing. Stop making all these fucking fast food places rich and start cooking. If you ain't talking about that, if y'all ain't talking about recipes, if y'all not talking that old school shit of baking remedies and and cookies and shit like that, what are you fucking talking about? I rarely hear y'all women chatting about or see you chatting about you made a good meal the other night. I rarely see you say, "Oh, hey, what's up, T? Did you try those peppers I sent you, or did you did you go pick up the peppers? Did you mix it in with the chili? I put sage in this dish. Do you put that in it? Y'all not even talking woman shit. What is women talk? What do we? What is women conversation nowadays? How many women is sewing? How many women is sewing how many women can sew a fucking baby outfit?
Mom did.
Understand? Your mom's did. You understand? How many women is sewing?
My mom taught me how to.
My mom's taught me how to sew. I know how to fucking sew.
When rip, I know what to do. I get a sewing, and she showed me how to fix it up.
My mom's taught me how to sew. How many women are sewing?
Because it all overseas.
How many women exactly? That's why everything's going overseas. Made in China, made in Taiwan, made in this, made in Thailand, made in India, in Indonesia. Because y'all lazy ass, strong ass fucking chicks ain't doing shit.
Exactly.
Fuck wrong with y'all.
Make a woman right. Bring all the.
Where your womanly attributes at?
Stop that with that move. You know what's a fraud?
What?
Me Too movement.
Ooh, she said, you know it's a fraud? She said the Me Too movement is a fraud.
It's a big time fraud.
She said the Me Too movement is a fraud.
And I'm talking with a woman.
This woman in the back said the Me Too movement was a fraud.
It's a big fraud. Not educating men. Just putting them in jails. Not educating them.
So where
solution to what is you call that a solution?
And so where we at right now? There's no solution to that Me Too movement. That's why it disappeared. You just want power. You just want to be heard. Most of those women that was caught up in that whole ring and that sting was there because they was trying to get into powerful positions to make money. So they were doing what the fuck they wanted to do.
Say that one more time. Women trying to make money.
That's it. And that's what that whole Me Too shit was about. It wasn't about regular, real women. It was about fucking women trying to get into powerful positions, and they got caught up because they had their pants down, period.
Say that again?
I don't want to.
Because no woman needs to hear it.
They heard me.
I'm a woman.
So you heard me. The bottom line is you women really must stop with the strong women and start focusing on strong families. And once you start focusing on strong families, you won't be abused as a woman because you're protected because you have your man with you. Thanks for y'all listening here. That's something I just want to get out there because I'm so tired of everybody trying to start movements. If you have a child, it's time for you to start speaking family. If you're a single parent, it's time for you to start speaking family. If you're a single mother, get covered. Get a man. It's not fair. Women empowerment means downfall for something. Whether it's the household, whether it's the family structure. But I've been telling you guys for the longest. I've been saying this for the longest. Maybe I haven't said it on YouTube, but for the last 30 years strong, women has been the head of the households. For the last 30 years, the woman has been the head of the household. Maybe 35 now. And the children, we have the most we have the most cases of mental illness ever.
Yes. Undiagnosed.
We have the most case of undiagnosed mental illness now because the woman is out of place and making everything out of place. It's time for family structure, family values. And on that note, get your minds right. Thank you for your listening ear, your support. Have a blessed day. Damn, I need that dude.